The Immortal Men by James Tynion IV and Jim Lee.
And Ryan Benjamin.
And Ryan. Wait, didn't even finish the first issue?
No.
Come on, Jim.
No,
Hey, he's got
did you not see
publisher work
this?
to do.
Damn it, Jim. You're an artist, not a publisher.
Very good. But I thought it was particularly amusing that, this is the artist line, and, we get not even an issue out of this one. The others are getting 3 issues, and that's a bit sketchy as it is.
That said, you could tell he designed the characters. Because they're very
Oh, sure, yeah, you could. Probably my favourite thing about the issue is the design of the Immortal Men. Specifically the two, the one that looks very Moon Knight, and then the one who's got like the hat and the mask. He's very pulpy looking.
Yes, he is.
I like his look.
I also like Timber, because she looks like a Native American warrior. That's cool. That meshes well.
I love the mythology of this book. I don't know if I love reading it, but
Nope.
I love the world that it starts.
You take the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. Yeah, because the whole thing is you've got a secret. What was it called? The campus. That secret underground place where the Immortals have been. Yeah. And our main character, I don't even remember his name. Who's the dude in this? The kid who's having the dreams.
Into the sea, I think.
Yeah, starts with a C.
That's an impression. Caden, there you go. So he's having these dreams. He's in therapy. He's convinced that he has kind of a superpower where he kind of gets flashes of what people have been doing. It's kind of Unbreakable-esque. And the therapist's like, nah. This is all fantasy, and you're making this up to make yourself feel like you're important. And he ends up like he's been having visions of this man, this dude who he thinks was related to this campus place. And the campus itself, all the Immortals are killed by the villains of the book, who are very overly designed. The Batman Who Laughs is kicking around as well. Just
yeah.
That was a surprise.
Yeah, I didn't know that was coming. But I love how they talk about the different houses of the Immortals. Like there's different tiers of them, and they're all in these groups. I'm like, this is the stuff I'm really digging.
Yeah, I mean that stuff's okay. What I really liked about it is I really liked the idea of them so these final 4 who are still alive who come up to try and save Caden because they've sent the monsters after him, and they come to rescue him, and they actually come up through the subway, and they all kind of appear in there, and that was when I started to get into the book a bit. Like when they started to come into the actual mainland, I was like, okay, right, I'm starting to get a vibe of maybe what this book's supposed to be, and presumably Caden's going to have to learn about all this stuff and sort of accept it and become one of them.
Yeah, because the whole idea is he is a potential to be one of the Immortals.
Yeah. And that's why the campus is calling to him in his dreams, and that's what he's talking to his. Like he can look out into people and see like spots, but it's nothing important. It's not like the Dead Zone, where he looks out and see the point that they die. They're just kind of doing regular
something from their recent history.
Yeah. So whatever that means, that's whatever his power is. It's very X-Men in that way, where you feel like he hasn't activated his mutant gene yet.
Yeah, because he touches the therapist. When she's like, "Yeah, touch me. You'll see if anything happens," and it's just her with a bong.
Yeah, and he feels too awkward to tell her what he saw.
Yeah, but it's just really just normal moment.
I love how
her with a bong watching TV.
I love how he mentions that he sees his mother reading Stephen King books, and I'm like, man, that is so risky. I would avoid ever making contact with my mother just in case I see something I really don't want to see.
Yeah.
So that's the dangers of this.
Just instantly throw up.
Yeah. So this is weird because I didn't love the issue, but I do kind of like a lot of the ideas that it kind of gets to by the time we get to the end. Yeah,
it's kind of a clunky read. It's really clunky. Wordy, a lot of narration boxes, but so it's like a weird. To actually say I enjoyed reading it is probably not true, but all the actual ideas, the elements that it's playing with, the mythology, is like, I'm really feeling this.
See, stuff. I like when Tynion plays with mythology. It's the stuff that I've loved in tech. So I loved him working with Snyder in the New 52 Batman stuff. Like Court of Owls and all that. It feels very Court of Owls almost. Like if they make an appearance, I would not be surprised considering.
I'm with you. This secret society changing history.
Well, I mean, we already know that they have to do with the dark side of things from Metal, and this cover made it. When you open it up and they have the I don't know if they were variants or what, because I got this digitally. My shop didn't get very many of these.
I assume these are variants, yeah.
Yeah, but they're very heavily tied into Metal. Like you have Hawkman and Roz and Vandal Savage, on the cover with Ghost Fist is the guy Pete was talking about. That's very pulpy, which that's just a dope name. And then you also have one where it looks like the dragon, but this guy that's the Hunt. He's very Craven the Hunter-esque.
Yeah, he's one of the main villains. Just wiped out all the Immortals.
Him and it was an Infinite Lady.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Infinite Woman, maybe.
Infinite Woman.
Yeah, who's the sister of Immortal Man. Like, some of these names need work, guys. Like, yeah. That said, though, there's a very much of an X-Men kind of vibe, or even who they tried to replace the X-Men with? Inhumans. Almost one of those kind of deals.
It kind of feels like, this is the team coming from Xavier's mansion to rescue the new kids, and it's got that kind of vibe to it.
So, I'll check out the second issue and see where it goes, but other than that, I'm not very... this was one of the ones I was most excited for, and I was super disappointed.
What I would really want, even if I don't keep reading this, I'll definitely read issue 2, but even if after that I don't, it's the sort of thing that I want to go and read the wiki page of. Like,
yeah.
And see all the stuff that he's come up with.
The praise. I might go read the wiki page later.
No, but that's the thing, because the mythology, I want to know the history of all this stuff that he's building.
That's what I was drawn to in Metal, where they talked about the Bird Clan and the Bear Clan and the Wolf Clan. I want to see what makes those up. That was cool.
That's what I mean by I want the wiki page. I want those things, but I'm not sure I necessarily want the story that he's telling.
I do have one more Ghost Fist, though. That dude's dope. He's like the Shadow, but...
The Shadow meets the Question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that comparison.
Right?
I'll read issue 2. I'm curious enough to see if it smooths out in an issue or two.
Challengers isn't good, I'm going to be so sad.